Y'all, I spent 24 hours living my life like I'm Aunt Viv. Child, let me tell you what I learned. Aunt Viv do it better. Okay, Aunt Viv do it better. Also, okay, here's some of the major takeaways. First of all, everybody should do this. Okay, if you're a woman, try this out. If you're a man, just do the vibe of like, who is that person? Like, who is that? Why am I thinking of James Bond? Like, who is that person? I woke up, I did my spiritual practices. Now, first of all, I always do my spiritual practices, but today when I did them as if I had no other place to run to because I'm Aunt Viv. I have all these people who take care of everything. And look, I'm putting my earrings back on right now because when this is Aunt Viv had these earrings on earlier today. But what's funny is that me, Cassie, sometimes Aunt Viv is bohemian, I'm bohemian, but she's bohemian with money, but like way more money, and also just like she's bohemian in glamour. She does not shrink. She's like, I'm gonna take up all the space. And I'm not really like that. I'm sort of like, I'm way more laid back than that. But being her, this is what I realized. Okay, and you might be like, Cass, you played it for 4 years. Yeah, but not when people say cut. When they say cut, I'm back to Cassie. And Aunt Viv is like, first of all, thinking about my breathing, thinking about how, what I am much more centered and considerate of what the other person is thinking about. And then it's like, it's a slower process of life living like Aunt Viv. Me, I'm sort of like this, got a joke, got blah, blah, blah. And Aunt Viv's like, I hear what you said, and I think the correct choice is left or right. She's like way more methodical. And like I said, even the morning rituals, she takes up space and time without having to apologize. So me and my mom, like today I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna do pizza. Okay, now Aunt Viv pays other people to cook for her and has no, like she doesn't have no shame about it. So today when it was time to cook food, to do things, I'm just like, yeah, that is what we're doing. And instead of feeling bad about it, I felt very confident and self-assured. Aunt Viv is quiet confidence and self-assuredness. Like, oh, even getting ready. First of all, the way Aunt Viv gets ready in the morning, y'all, her hair, her makeup. Now, my hair is like this right now, and I have to take this out soon. This hairstyle makes my life so much easier. If I was Aunt Viv, baby, don't you know? Like, you don't know what look Aunt Viv's gonna do for the day. And she don't apologize for how long it's gonna take, okay? I feel so fed by being Aunt Viv. I think the main thing I learned is to apologize for one's existence and the way one wants to live their life, not wants, desires to live their life, is a waste of time. Better to live your life on purpose. That is Aunt Viv. She's just like, this is who we are today. Like, and it's weird because I feel like me and Aunt Viv sort of met in the middle. Like she was like this conservative politician's wife, and by the end of it, she becomes way more self-expressed and an artist and starts her own foundation, right? Me, I'm already like, as I like to think, self-expressed. I already have my own arts foundation of sorts, right? Creativity. But the way she does it feels just calm. There's some personalities, and I guess this is me at times, where I feel like a duck on water, where it's calm above and all this energy going on underneath. Aunt Viv doesn't feel like that to me. Aunt Viv feels like, instead of it going fast, she feels like a very calm boat at sea. Isn't that something? I love it took me 4 years to try out this experiment, but this is why I started this whole YouTube channel, to really try it out 100% and then come back and report on it. And the funny thing is, when you try out something 100% and then report on it, you're viewing it like outside of yourself. Like you're just like consciously like, oh, that's not how I would do things. Well, here's the other thing. Aunt Viv's not as playful as me. So that part of it was really difficult. Like when my son came home, I was sort of like, well, hello. Yes, I love you. Hugs, hugs. And it actually made him calm down a bit more. But usually I'm just like, because I'm like a kid at heart, you know? My son, if he told you about me, he'd be like, my mom is fun. She is funny. We have rules in this house, but I'm here to remind him who he is, not who he's not. So Aunt Viv is like that too. But Aunt Viv would never, honey, be on the floor playing around. She'd be like, no, someone else can do that. I have to go back and paint art. And it's so funny. Oh, wait, none of my art is right here next to me. Usually, y'all, I always keep a canvas near by. Oh, right, because I put it over there on the thing today. I'll show y'all next time. So, and any other big takeaways about Aunt Viv I want to share with y'all? I think those are the main takeaways. So, for you, would you try the experiment? Would you try the experiment to like be Aunt Viv just for 24 hours? Yo, take any character that you feel like you might be the opposite of and just see what it's like. So for me, I tried Aunt Viv, and that was a much more conservative choice, but it would be really fun to be like someone else that might be more feisty. You know, great characters to look at are characters where there's a show with 4 people on it, because each character represents a different archetype of emotion and behavior. So Sex and the City were the different archetypes of, like, you got Samantha, who's super sexy and out there. You got Charlotte, who's much more conservative. You've got Miranda, who's like way more logical and conservative. And then you got Carrie Bradshaw, her character, Carrie, which is much more, she's sort of like in between and a little bit more neurotic than the rest of them, for sure. You can do that to almost any TV show. Like, look at the characters and be like, which one? What's really fun to me about being an actress is that you see how people choose the type of character they wish to be in life. You choose to wear an animal print tells a very different story about who I am versus if I wore just a monotone color. Having my hair out like this tells a different story than if I did my whole piece today with my hat on, which actually, this is a vibe. But see, this is way more me. Aunt Viv, honey, would never wear a skirt. She'd be like, why are we doing this? If she did this, there'd be some huge flower on it. She'd be like, oh, I got it from this cute little village in Africa, right outside of a little place called Chingugu. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is Aunt Viv. But she was lovely. You know, when I first started my acting career and I'd walk into rooms, when I would get nervous, I'd imagine I was walking in as someone else. Like, I'm walking in and I'm Michelle Obama. And like, maybe people treat me better today. You know, I would think of other people. And I got that from an old episode of Oprah Winfrey, where there was a woman on the show and she said, I bought a pair of Oprah Winfrey's shoes at a yard sale years ago. And she said, on my hardest days, I'd put my feet in her shoes and imagine her energy would enter my energy so I would have the courage to face another day. And I was like, she understood the exercise. Oprah started crying, of course, like who wouldn't cry to hear that? Because Oprah has hard days. We're all human. We all have hard days, but to think someone is seeking inspiration to live, to push through because of what you represent. So whether they're fictional or what, it's an interesting exercise. And I wish everyone had the opportunity to be in an acting class for 1 week. It is a journey of inner exploration. And you have to go on the journey of forgiving yourself, understanding who you are in the light and who you are in the darkness. Anyway, that was something today that I practiced for everyone. Let me know if this inspired you. Let me know if you thought of a character that you want to be for the day. Let me know if there's another character I should be for the day. Oh my God. If I was Hillary for the day, baby, I don't think my husband gonna let me out the house because the skirts would be short. Could you imagine? Anyway, y'all, thank you for being on this journey with me. See you on the next one. Oh, like and subscribe. And if you love this video, you're gonna love the other videos I have here on this page too.